Hey guys, it's React Inception here, and today I'm going to show you the basic start of Cinema 4D. Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and show you a few things: how to add a text, how to change the depth and height, how to change the color, and a few more things. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to open up Cinema 4D. This is the 32-bit Maxon. So okay, now you get, if this is your first time opening Cinema 4D, it looks overwhelming, but it's really simple, trust me. So here we go. Alright, so you're gonna start out just like this, nothing moved or anything. I'm gonna show you the basic three controls actually, on what you're gonna need to know at the start. This button right here is to move it around. You can move it around the I like to call it the map because I'm used to playing Modern Warfare 2, things like that. So okay, now this one, it goes in and out, and you'll see that it's on just a slate. That's all it is. It's just a tab. Okay. And then the last one is this. This is the one that I use the most, is to even and straighten out everything. So okay, now that you're going to start right here. Now that you have your Cinema 4D open, what you're going to do is you're going to want to add a text. So go to MoGraph, MoText. That's how I add text. That's the only way that I know how to, and I try to do as best as I can with it, and it's good. So here's your text, and it looks kind of blank. So you're going to click on it, and then right here, over here, is the text that you're gonna add, and it's gonna change automatically as you click off of it. So this is what I call the perspective, because this is the perspective of what it's gonna look like after you render it. Okay, so let me get on the text again, and then you're gonna go to text and delete that and type in whatever you want. I'm gonna type in Inception. Okay, and then after that, you're going to want to change the depth to about 150 is what I changed it to. Click off of it, and then you get this ugly little thing. So what you're going to do is, then you're going to choose your font. If you go to the description below, I have a website where you can download fonts. I will show you in another tutorial on how to download fonts. This is the font that I use for almost all of my stuff that you guys see, except for my background and my logo that I'm making currently right now. Okay, so once you click off of it, it gives you a better perspective. I render it, it looks like that. Okay, it looks kind of blank, and obviously it does not look 3D. Well, I mean, obviously it is 3D, but you'll see the difference later. So now that you've chosen your font, you've chosen your size that you like, you can always edit the size later, and you will. So you're gonna press Control C, Control V, and as you notice, at the top right of your screen, right here, it copies and pastes the same text, same size, and you can move it around, you can do whatever, okay? So what I'm going to do is, like I said, you use these controls, you're going to use this one probably the most. Okay, now that you have a good angle of this, you're going to get it doesn't matter which text, really, it doesn't. You're going to change the depth to about maybe like 71 for now, and you're gonna move it over to where you still have about, well, I don't know how that would be in normal size, but you're gonna have about that much between it. Okay, now you're gonna come back onto this other text. You're gonna bring it back to where it fits with the other one. You can also go in, because you're gonna get it in more. So okay, now let me go back to my other text, and now I'm gonna go to, this is gonna be the middle one, the center one. So let me move it to the center so you guys know that. I gotta put the depth down some more. Okay, now you're gonna move it to the center or so, and then go to caps, fillet cap, and then convex, I put it to 1 step. If you notice, let me zoom in so you guys can see. That is 1 step. Let me change it to 2 step, and I'll show you the difference. There you go. It's 2 steps, kind of like a stairs, 2 steps right there. I'm just gonna stay at one step today because that's my personal favorite out of all these. So yeah. But you guys can choose whatever you want. Like I said, it's totally up to you. If you're a beginner, then I just mess around with it for a while, but don't save anything because you'll get better, trust me. Alright, now that you have your size, you want to make sure that you have it perfect, like exactly how you want it. I'm going to go ahead and make it smaller. That's just what I like, it really skinny, so bring it in some more. Alright, now that we have that, make sure you have your, well, it doesn't really matter which one you have selected, but now you want to add some color to this. So first, you're going to get to a good angle where you're going to see both colors, like the front and the back. And then go to File, New Material. And now you're going to notice a couple of things. You're going to see colors on the right, and then this on the left. You're going to double click this, and you're going to get a whole list of things. This is all your own customization, but today this is what we're going to do. We're going to double click color. We're going to go all the way red. We're going to go to V, and I'm going to do this, just a darker red, 55%. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and add some reflection. So you'll see, oh my god, it messed up. Go to texture, right here. You find texture, and go to Fresnel. Then it starts fading in, and I like to put the brightness about that much, and mix strength about that. So whenever you're finished color, okay, now you need to make sure that you have whatever you want, whatever color you want selected. I'm gonna do, sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna do the middle for red, so you can see that color. And you're gonna go to File again. Remember the File, New Material. Then you're gonna go to Color, double click it. I'm gonna give it a good gray. What I do instead of choosing the gray is I put it like this, and that's my perfect gray. I don't put a reflection or anything like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna drag it to the color that I did. Now you'll see that you have your basic two colors. Now you want a background. A background is really important for a couple of things. It gives it some good reflection and the light transparency and things like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, and it will say light right here. You're gonna click and hold the left click, and then go down to floor. Okay. Now you're going to go over the arrow and you're going to move it over to about half. It really doesn't matter. And then you're going to go to coordinates. And all these numbers can be messed with in the middle, but that's it. You only want to mess with the middles. I don't mess with the middle at all because it really doesn't make a big difference at all. Okay. Now that I have that, I'm going to get my middle selected. And I put it like that. Also, then get right here, this is the rotation. You can rotate it in any way you want. It really doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to about that. You can mess with it more as you go. See, it doesn't look anything like what it seemed at first. Okay, then I'm gonna go back to selector, and I'm gonna move the arrow forward. Oh god, hold on. Bear with me, guys. A bit more forward. Okay, now that you have this background, it needs some color. So I'm gonna back out a little bit. And remember that file, you're gonna use a lot of colors in your things. This is just the basics, like I said, in a good text. You're gonna go to colors, color, and I do my personal is black. I'm talking straight black background. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a specular off. So it's just a straight black. It is an ugly black, let's just put it that way. Okay, now you need to make sure that you have your floor selected, and you're going to bring your black up to your floor. Okay, I'm going to click off of it, and I'm going to render it. Rendering it really doesn't matter, it's just going to show you what it's going to look like when it's done. You can get any angle you would like, just click the render button. Okay, now, again, you're going to click on light. It's shown right here. Hold, go to floor. Like I said again, it doesn't really matter where you bring the floor because you're always going to mess with it. Go to coordinates, and then mess with only the middle. Okay, now you're going to click off. You're going to go to File. Like I said again, you use File to add all the colors to everything. You can do a lot of stuff with File. New Material. Click on it. Now this one I mess with a lot. I sometimes go back about 40 different times. I get a light color, such as this. Okay, now I'm going to put a reflection on there. The reason why I'm going to put a reflection on there is for the simple fact that I really like the letters to mix. So you're going to go to Reflection, Texture, Fresnel, and then you get that color. I'm not going to mess with anything except for the brightness. I don't want it too bright. Okay, so we're going to exit out. We're going to make sure that we know that it's floor 1. So it's floor like original, then floor number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get your color. You're going to drag it off to here. Now you have this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to render it. Now you see that really cool reflection. I don't know why, but I've always liked that. It looks really, really cool. Okay. Now you're gonna add some lights. You're gonna click on the light button over there, and then go to light. Now you get this really weird color, so don't worry about it. Don't panic. I move this one personally up to the center. Then you can move it wherever. I only use usually about one light per project unless it's an intro, but this is just to show you guys the basics. So you can mess around with this like I said, but this is the basics. I bring it to about where it just shines perfect, okay? Alright, now this is where you want to tweak it to wherever you want, and in the next video I will show you guys how to make it an intro. So please subscribe to make sure that keep up to date with these tutorials. Please message me if you have any more questions. That would really help me to know that you guys at least are staying active. Please be an active subscriber if you are a subscriber. Okay, now you get a really cool setup like this. Now you can click off to the perspective and you'll see this. And this looks pretty cool. Okay, now whenever you're done, you're going to go up to Graph. Render settings. Okay, general needs to be full render. Make sure that you have full render. Output, you're going to go up to the output button. The preset, also known as the preset. Click on it. Go to film and video, and make sure that you do HDTV 720/25. That's 25 frames. Save, and then you're going to click on this button. Desktop or wherever you want to save it. I'm going to save this as subscribe question mark, no question mark. Okay, then you're going to click save. Okay, now you're going to go up to format. Make sure that you do AVI movie. Also, you can use QuickTime movie. It depends on you, but please use AVI because it's a lot easier and I can help you out more. Anti-aliasing. Okay, this is what I really want to show you guys. Alright, let me render this out. Now you see that this is really plain, kind of, well, in a way. Okay, I know you guys are new, so it may not seem like plain to you. Now let me just go to, click it off. Okay, now let me go to anti-aliasing and go to best, 2.2. Now you may not notice the difference until you render it, but if you render it, that's whenever you start seeing that really good texture and that reflection. Reflection is what you need to make it look really cool. You can also see the lights right there. Alright, well thank you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And keep up to date with the latest. My first montage is coming out. The trailer is coming out tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, just make sure you guys come check me out. And please post a comment if you have any questions.